Grandparents love to talk about their grandchildren. They love to show pictures of their grandchildren. They dote on their grandkids, often showering them with attention and gifts. As parents, we sometimes wonder, who are these people? Are these the same people who raised me? Couldn't be, because I never saw any of this kind of affection when I was a kid. Grandparents can play an important role in a child's life. They supply a kind of unrestrained tenderness and fun that parents have not yet learned. But sometimes all that attention can become unproductive. It actually interferes with the way you want to raise your kids. Yes, grandparents claim to be helping. They say that a lot. But on occasion, they confuse your kids and undermine you. Let's look at just one situation where you might learn to deal with this. I'm Greg Bear. Parenting is a unique role. It's a demanding, special skill. The world is full of distractions, some of which can be family members. My goal is to offer insights into how you can raise happy, confident, creative children always. On this YouTube channel and at realloveparents.com, I'll guide you on how to thrive amidst all of these distractions. I'll answer all your questions in the comments section. Now, back to grandparents. I heard from a mother who had been using the parenting training, and she said, quote, "This is all seriously so cool to feel the power of loving and teaching my kids. I love this. I feel really confident about what I'm doing. But I've noticed that many people don't understand what I'm doing with my kids." End quote. Yeah, no kidding, right? The world is a very confused place. So many voices. We don't know how to be even kind to each other, not even civil, as we discuss politics, religion, race, social problems, or anything else. So it's no surprise that we're confused about what good parenting looks like. On the whole, parents really do not know how to raise children who feel loved, who are loving, and who are responsible. And to make it all the more complicated, the parents are afraid of their children's disapproval. They're afraid to stop the whining and anger that destroy children. Parents are afraid to teach responsibility. So, what do parents do instead? They make their children comfortable. Understandable. Parents buy their children's approval. They buy them off with phones, free time, money, whatever. But then you come along, you, the mother who's been studying the parenting training, and advocate unconditional love and firm teaching. To many people, that would seem crazy. And many confused parents are not grateful for your good example. You're doing the right thing, but it makes them uneasy or even feel guilty. Deep down, they know that compared to your firm confidence, they actually look weak or wrong or stupid. So, without you doing anything intentional, you become threatening to them. You might think that they'd be grateful for your example, throw you a party, and ask how you became confident and effective. But on the whole, people prefer comfort over learning. So they resist you and say negative things about you. Mom responded to me. Yeah, like my mom. She does that. First, let me tell you about my teenager, Tracy. She leaves her stuff all over the house. Everywhere you look, living room, kitchen, bathroom, you see her computer, headphones, water bottle, food, dishes, backpack, everything, everywhere. And that really has to change. Why? So the house is clean? No, that's not the point. If the house being clean was the highest goal, you could pick up all her stuff in less time than it takes you to get Tracy to do it. Tidiness is not the point. It's about Tracy learning to be responsible and caring. Mom responded. So I told her this morning that she had to put away every single thing, not a trace of her stuff anywhere, before she did anything else after school. But I got home from work to find that she hadn't done a single thing. In fact, She wasn't even home. An hour later, she walked in the door and acted like there was nothing wrong. I asked her why she hadn't cleaned up, and she said that when she got home from school, my mother was already there, and she told Tracy that she was going to take Tracy shopping for a homecoming dress. Tracy said that she tried to tell Grandma that she was supposed to clean up first, but Grandma didn't listen and said, "Oh, you don't have to do that. Just get in the car." And Tracy said, "Mom, what could I do? It wasn't my fault." I can hear the tone of voice. So I responded to Mom. Two things happened here. One, Tracy did not want to clean up, period. It was her desire to get away with not doing it. She wanted to go shopping way more than she wanted to obey you. So she used Grandma as a clever excuse to get out of her responsibilities. And two, your mother is undermining you. And this has happened many times before, and you've described them to me, and it has to stop. Does she do it very often? Mom said, all the time. Like when Tracy tells her a story about a conflict between Tracy and me, my mom will say stuff like, "Your mom's just too hard on you. She needs to lighten up." So I said, yeah, it really does have to stop. It has to stop now, because your mother is undermining your position of authority and teaching and loving in the family, like right now. Mom said, oh, there's lots more. Like, Mom knows that I restrict the kids from junk food, and she knows exactly what I mean by junk food, but she goes out of her way to feed Tracy exactly what she knows I don't approve of. I mean, she buys the brands that I condemn. And Mom knows that we're doing a trial period of no screens in addition to no junk food, but she encourages Tracy to watch whatever she wants when she's at Grandma's house. I responded, parenting is hard enough under the best of conditions. You do not need your mother to make it even harder. She's being really very selfish and disruptive. She's doing what gets her granddaughter to like her. You need to tell her, your mother, never, ever to do any of this stuff again. You probably don't have much practice talking to your mother like that, but you tell her you're the mother and it's not going to happen. It's not like she does this accidentally. She knows exactly what she's doing. Mom laughed out loud. By now we're on a video call. And she said, you don't know my mother. She doesn't listen to anybody about anything, and she won't listen to me about this either. I smiled and I said, oh, this is your chance to grow up and be a mom, honey. I think she will listen if your instructions come with a cost she doesn't like. Much as we give consequences to children, we can do it to grandmothers. You tell her this, and you write it down for yourself and learn it so you can say it like this. You tell her, I'm the mother, not you. You tell her that she had her chance at being the mother when you were a child, and now it's your turn. And it's completely your job. You will not tolerate her stepping in and taking over or undermining you in any way. Now, so far, she's going to be fighting you in her head till you get to number 3. She gets no more warnings, so the next time she contradicts your parenting or helps Tracy break your rules or whatever, she will be cut off from contact with Tracy completely for a month. No activities for the two of them together. And you have to say it with a tone of voice just like this. Not angry, nope, not hesitant, just this is how it's going to be. And Mom said to me, wow, is she going to be mad? So apparently you know your mother. And so what? You already live in constant fear of her anger and disapproval, and she has controlled you with her anger for your whole life. So she's going to be mad? So what? She's been mad her whole life, or at least the life you're aware of since the time you've been her daughter. It's time for you to grow up, stop bowing to her, and instead finally be Tracy's full-time mother. This isn't about you being defiant to your mother. This is about you becoming a mother. Mom said, I guess I am still afraid of her. Yeah, you are. But now you have me with you, loving you and teaching you. You don't have to do this alone anymore. And remember that your mom is accustomed to getting her way. So it's very likely, almost certain, that she won't believe you're serious about all this until you do cut her off from Tracy for a month. She will break the rules, just like a little child breaks the rules until they get a consequence. That's what it's going to take with your mother. Now, those who are listening, you might wonder what happened after this conversation. No surprise here. Grandma just had to do things her way. She's been doing things her way her entire life. So the next time Tracy came to visit Grandma, Grandma bought her specifically junk food to give her to go against the rules that her mother had established, and encouraged her to watch a movie instead of finishing her homework. Here, eat this junk food and watch the movie. Don't finish your homework. Not exaggerating. The daughter confirmed that. So Mom kept Tracy away from Grandma for a month, even though Grandma pitched a fit worthy of a 4-year-old. Tracy watched all this, the kid, and even though she was irritated initially, she grew to feel more respect for her mother than ever. She became more cooperative as Mom loved her and taught her. She could see that Mom was strong for the first time in her life. Fun. Parenting is more difficult to do well than almost any other job. We cannot allow other people to make it even more difficult for us or for our children. And that includes anybody in our family, especially our parents. You cannot require that your parents teach your children in the same way you do, with loving and consequences and all that. But you can require that they not do things that contradict what you're teaching. And if they do undermine you, your children are far more important than your parents. Love and teach your children, which sometimes requires taking grandparents out of the picture, at least temporarily.